He's probably so serious.
So we back with another episode of Unofficially Official. And yeah, this podcast, this talk show, this interview platform is just to get some good conversations, talk to some cool, interesting people, and to see how they think and see what's going on. So we got some new guests, some lovely guests with us today. I want y'all to introduce yourselves.
My name is Jalyss. You guys can follow me on Instagram at jalyss.leanne. I do a little bit of a lot within the creative industry, so that's just a little bit about me.
I'm Micah Renee. You can follow me at Micah Renee how many H's? 3 H's, yeah. But I'm also creative in a way. I'm a model, been modeling for about 6 years, so that's just a little about me.
Okay. So we're gonna get into a lot of different things today. But first, I like to start off with reflection. Talk about how this year been treating us. Talk about what's going on in life. So I want to know how y'all 2022 been going so far. You know, what's the updates? What's been going on? Any exciting news just over the course of the year?
Well, 2022 has probably been the best year for me so far. When it comes to what I do with modeling, things have just been taking off in a positive way, finally going down the path that I've been trying to set for all these years. So, and then both of us just launched our first business together. It's a modeling management business, and we basically trying to take over the world. That's all I can say.
Period. So my 2022 definitely has been really interesting as far as, I keep saying that this has been my receiving year. I've received so many, opportunities, the opportunities to network with, very big individuals who've been very impactful to my life, having the right people around me. I feel like this year has definitely been a very impactful year is what I would say. A lot of different challenges, tribulations, relationships. I don't know. It's been a really good year just filled with different opportunities and, networking with a lot of amazing people, a lot of, giving back, a lot of community service. Just launched JM Modeling Management. I feel like we're in motion. I'm on a roll. A lot more to execute.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. On the road to execute. That's I can say that's been my motto through the course of this year too. Just trying to execute, kind of come up with good ideas and just moving forward. Now we're gonna talk about your modeling agency that y'all just started. That y'all moving with. But I want to talk about. I don't know. I want to go before that. So we all go to Westchester.
Mm-hmm.
Micah, I think. So we went to the same high school.
Yeah.
Then we go to the same middle school too.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Dang, what's that, like 10 years?
Because I didn't know it was middle school.
Yeah. Went to middle school, which was the school, connected to our high school, the school before our high school. It kind of just transitioned to the same high school. So, I don't know. I don't think we really knew each other in high school or middle school, but we definitely went to the same school.
Yeah.
Started to know each other in college. Same with Jalyss. I didn't know Jalyss until college, but I want to know how y'all met each other, where y'all met each other. How did this dynamic duo form?
Well, definitely my sophomore year and her freshman year. It's crazy because we had a friend that we both knew, and the other person that we knew basically told me, like, hey, like, this girl named Jalyss is coming to our school. She said she want to, like, hang with us. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm all for meeting new people. Like, basically the girl I was talking to was my only friend at the time. So when she came around and she came with genuine vibes, I'm like, yeah, like, and we the same nationality, so we already clicked too. So I was just like, yeah, and we grew to be really close, like, sleeping over each other's house and stuff and everything, listening to each other, vent to each other, going to events together. So that's basically how we met.
Yeah, so to bounce over that, like I said, like when I came to school, my biggest one of my biggest strong suits is like networking. Like, all right, how can I, like reach out to people before I touch this campus? Like,
Okay.
Who's it on campus already?
And so you was networking on campus before you even got to campus.
Right.
Yes.
Like
her freshman year, she said, "I'm on it."
Yeah,
Okay.
like feel me, like who's making an impact in the community? Like who's all the eyes on, like who's really him, who's really her, like feel me, like those are the people that in the right direction, on the right doing the right thing. So
you
like
was ahead of the game.
So like that's just how that was. I reached out, when I got on campus, they was already a familiar face, and like that was my trio at school. Like we had good vibes, good energy, great memories. It was definitely like up from there.
Yeah.
All right, so yes, that was your sophomore year, your freshman year. That's where it started. Now, like I said, y'all got a modeling agency. It just launched these past recent weeks. I want to know what was the inspiration behind starting your own modeling industry. Yeah, what was the inspiration? How did that, I don't know, them first conversations start?
Well, it's been like my dream for a while to do it, especially for some years now. And I feel like she's always just in my brain. She just knows exactly what to do every single time. So she just basically hit me up and we was like, yo, I have to start something new, a business, and like we're gonna start it together. And when she said it, I was like, this is meant to be, because this is really what I've been like telling my friends all these years. Like, I want my own agency. I want to like have models under me so I can teach them my knowledge. And then she came along and we,
just start putting it together.
Yeah. So basically, like Micah said, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of people misinterpret a passion of mine, which is modeling. Like modeling isn't a passion of mine. It's just something that I'm good at. I enjoy the creative process behind it. I enjoy working with other creatives, executing the end process. Like that's what I enjoy. So that being said, people kind of think that that's something that I would do long term. That's something that I don't want to do long term. I want to kind of step away from the camera and inspire and impact behind the camera. I feel like that's just where my heart's at. That's what I enjoy. Putting people in those positions to kind of feel confident, to be able to walk into a room and be like, I'm her. Like really? I own this room. That's what my passion is, impacting and inspiring other women, like especially women of color. Like, around this area, there isn't, people who want to do that. Everything's kind of gatekept. So in order for me to step out from in front of the camera, it's like, all right, I got to put people in position to fill in the opportunities that are given to me. You know what I mean? So that's just why I called Micah and I said, yo, like, this is the idea. We got to put this in motion. Feel me? We got to impact these women, like put them in front of the camera, gain, build their confidence, let them know that, like there's people who want to see you win, that want to help you grow with your passion if it's modeling.
Okay, I like that. So y'all had the idea, y'all both models yourselves, and y'all starting a modeling agency. Boom, fast forward time. What y'all had a casting call. What day was that?
August 11th.
Okay, so y'all have a casting call, and y'all had how many people come out?
First of all, 200 people signed up.
Okay,
200 plus
in 2 days.
In 1 day,
basically.
You had over 200 people sign up
in 1 day. We had to close it.
It's crazy because we thought to ourselves, like, we want to open this application. Only 60 girls or like 50 girls was going to sign up. Like, not too much. We're going to close it on the 8th. And that's whoever comes, then we'll have a casting call for them. But then all these people literally was sending it around. When we dropped, everybody was like, whoa, what's this? And over 200 people signed up. It's just like a blessing. Like,
all right. So before we get to the casting call, y'all start this agency and then y'all get over 200 signups in a day or so.
Yeah. We launched it the 3rd and had 200 people sign up on the 5th.
And got all the women talking about it.
Yeah. What
did that feel like right there?
To be very transparent, like, we were in awe, honestly. Like, shout out to one of my friends that, mentioned to me, basically saying, like, you always got to think big. I feel like that was our biggest mistake when we, thought of this idea and thought about executing it, was we thought small. We didn't anticipate, a lot of girls being inspired or backing, you know, what we launched. It was
Mhm.
just kind of like, you know, like this is what we feel like we're going to put out. We're going to see how it does. So we definitely made that mistake by thinking very small-minded, and, you know, like it kind of played catch up with us. Like, all right, now we got to catch up with 200 people, staying up till 7 o'clock in the morning, reading through interviews, like really
Crazy.
just, you know what I mean, trying to play catch up. So that was our biggest thing. And, you know, when I was having that discussion with somebody close to me, they told me, like, you can't ever do that. You always got to anticipate big and never think small.
That's some good advice.
I can agree with that advice, 100%. So y'all get y'all sign-ups, and then the day come and the ladies is there. What was that first casting call like? Like did it go as planned, and like were there any surprises, like anything out of anything that you didn't expect to happen? And then more importantly, like how did it go? Like what was the full rundown?
Honestly, and I hope I'm not weird for saying this, but I always like dream about stuff before, like dream about an event I'm doing or something before it happens, and it's always like positive. And literally that day mimicked what I was dreaming about. And it was so crazy because we had like a set time, and I was like talking to her like, oh my God, what if they think it's too early? Like 10 a.m. is so early. Nobody's gonna like trying to be there at the exact time. People gonna be late.
What
And
day of the week was it?
It was on a Thursday.
Okay.
And she was like, no, like don't even think like that. So when the people came on time, everyone was signed up, and we got their headshots of all of them, and we was about to start. I just knew that it was going to be exactly what we planned it to be.
And yeah, so honestly, the casting call went exactly how we planned it. You know what I mean? Me and Micah made sure we had our itinerary ready, the organization from the stations, from where the models are going to go, how everything's going to be structured at the door. One of my biggest strong suits is organization, you know, planning ahead. How can we, you know, execute this casting call the most effective way without, you know, girls kind of standing around waiting for things to happen. You know, like networking with each other, talking to each other, getting to know one another, you know, so that they're leaving there with some type of impact from one another, not just from us, but like, you know what I mean? If somebody does hair, somebody does nails, you know, they're leaving there just with knowing another familiar face rather than just coming to a casting call, walking, modeling, posing, and leaving. You know, like our biggest thing was structure, organization, and having them leave there with not only impact from us, but from each other. So I feel like we definitely executed that. You know, the feedback that we got from the girls, you know, that, you know, that we're inspiration, that we're, you know, motivation, that, you know, we're changing a perspective within the modeling industry. It was just really dope to hear, like, that, you know, we're doing something right, especially for, like I said, women of color. Like, we're definitely making a difference.
And it's crazy because when we at the end, we gave them an opportunity to give us like feedback on how the casting call went, because obviously it was like our first one, and it's not what we tried to mimic like other casting calls where they would just have you come in and show your face and they're just like shooing you away. Like we made it feel welcoming. So at the end, when we just asked them how they felt, a lot of people were saying how they felt comfortable just by even to the basics of just looking at us and how we are shaped in our height. And we're not like those super tall, super skinny, like intimidating type of models that like the stereotype has on them. So they were just like, I felt so comfortable being around people like you guys. And then the vibes that you came, and how we had like this one portion of the casting call where they had to like turn, like how she said, how they had to turn to each other and network with two people that was in the room. So everyone basically shared their Instagrams, got a little talking, and made themselves feel comfortable instead of just walking in. It's just like a bunch of girls and you're like, I don't know anyone and I'm about to be nervous. So when we had that, and every time they walked, we had everyone clap for each other just to bring the good vibes and make it feel genuine and safe. Like we're not,
dope.
Yeah.
And so more than a modeling agency, I was trying to like build a community
Yeah.
within each other, so they can talk to each other, model, and, you know, have a feel for each other, build relationships with each other rather than just pulling up and modeling.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing too was like the energy in that room was just unmatched. Like if you was there, like if you know, like, you know, like clapping for each other, cheering each other on, like just something that like if you were to go to like a agency in NYC, LA for a casting call, like respectfully, you'd never get those vibes at those casting calls. You know what I mean? And it's like the goal is to uplift one another. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone in the room has the best walk, has the best pose, but like, you know, like as women, like we're in the room still cheering each other on, uplifting each other. You know what I mean? Like, just showing love to one another. Like, that's what it's all about. Like, being comfortable, having a safe space. You know, just doing something that you love. You don't got to be perfect at it, but you're doing it. Like, you love it. That's all that matters.